Dealing with BPD and the mood fluctuations that come with it can be extremely frustrating. It's like you can physically feel the blood start boiling within, as if it's overflowing and pooling into areas that just completely take over. The intense emotions charge through. Uncertainty about ourselves, uncertainty about those around us, how we were always treated in the past is not far back in our minds and always comes back to the forefront. These intense mood changes and fluctuations can sometimes happen even within minutes. It's an extremely frustrating and physically and mentally exhausting aspect to deal with. Even while having, many metaphorical tools in the toolbox or real tools to try to emotionally regulate, and even with treatment therapy, it is still very challenging. It can be very difficult to not misinterpret, overanalyze, and read into interactions using my logical brain. But the BPD and the BPD brain, as Dr. Fox calls it, takes over sometimes. It's like something just clicks in my brain and everything inside just starts rushing. Physically get warm, I get heart palpitations, my blood pressure rises. I need to move or to do something, or it feels like I'll genuinely explode. And of course, these instances are not limited to when I'm alone, so I have to remain composed to a degree when I'm out in public. I can't let these moods take over. So even if on the outside I appear calm, all of this is going on internally, hence why there are subtypes that aren't in the DSM but quiet BPD. For example, I fluctuate subtypes, but I feel like for the last couple of years and majority of my life, quiet BPD, where it's much more internalized, is what fits with my diagnosis. And I'm waiting until I'm alone later. I feel numb, I'll feel stuck, and I usually can't speak or choose not to speak because it feels that the right words just won't come out. And even in those moments, it can feel like I scare myself a bit. I try to breathe and remain calm, but thoughts go a million miles a minute. And sometimes the only way to calm myself and my brain down in these moments is to vow to myself that whoever is surrounding me or causing me this interpretation of humiliation, embarrassment, rejection, whatever it may be, I legit will make a vow to myself that these people will never see me again or speak to me again in my life. Regardless of how true that statement may be, it is a statement I usually make to myself because it brings me a sense of comfort and control. It's disappear where? Disappear again? No, doesn't make sense. And nothing is more frustrating when your brain doesn't make sense and you can even see it not making sense, but still I try my best to reach within and try to find the true self and the true voice to guide me and navigate me, but sometimes that voice is more buried than others. Sometimes another part is louder, so I listen, only realizing in hindsight that it wasn't the true self, it was another part cosplaying as the true self. And all I can do is try to reconvene again, bring my parts back together, give myself grace, take away the shame, bringing the parts back together, and continue to dig for the true self until I can find her again.